Yeah, people. It's like flight test.
Beautiful.
Boom.
I love it.
Like clockwork.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing fantastic. How
It's
you
been
doing?
a good day.
It has been a good week.
Crazy.
It's been a good month.
And I'm looking forward to this. I always love this time where we get to engage with people and each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of nice fun because you guys may not know this, but things go on so quickly here at Flight Test.
Yes.
Oftentimes, this is kind of like our recap for the week. Because, yes, we work together a lot, but there's also a lot of things going on behind the scenes that are interested individuals. So it's kind of nice to unpack this every week.
Well, it is. And what's really nice is it seems like we're all running 18 directions. And it's like our hair is on fire, which we have.
We get some fellowship time.
And then it's kind of like, all right, let's stop for a second. Let's do this. Instead of, just waiting around all day to do a podcast, we have, a billion other things going on.
It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. It's nice.
And this is an exciting week because we finally put the bow on the Nano Flurkin. And is it, when's that going? Are you muting me?
No, I was trying to hit the applause.
Nope, not that one. Try that. No, definitely not that one. There it is.
There it is.
Yes. The Nano,
it's number 4.
Number 4. Okay. I'll remember that next time.
Yeah, sorry.
The Nano Flurkin is finally going to be reality. Is it this week?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, it's tomorrow, and
Tomorrow.
we're still the props were supposed to be shipped today.
Okay, good.
So if they're shipped today, we should have them early next week.
Perfect.
Yeah,
perfect. We were on schedule for the 28th for a release there, and unfortunately the props were delayed. So no fault of anybody. It's just how the world goes.
No, I mean it comes down to the test and tune of the Nano Flurkin. You found a specific prop that you like, and we just had to get it out of the 8 billion props that we have. We didn't have that one.
Couldn't be any of those.
Right.
No, that'd be too easy.
Right.
So
This prop.
yeah. By the way, just behind the scenes, you do not want to ever work for me because
Amen.
I have a little bit of an opinion problem, and it's like the orange one flies better than the gray one.
I like the orange one.
No, the best is like. I like that, but I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's a regular occurrence.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You guys unpack that because when I say that, what does that mean?
That means that
I don't like it.
Whatever it is that happened should never have happened because it's going to have to be re-Bixlerized.
There it is. But we love each other through it. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
no,
right.
No doubt.
We do.
No doubt.
Man, look at the people coming in. So, yeah, Nano Flurkin is going to be live, and we have kind of really honed in on the ultimate setup. And I brought a couple of things for show and tell because in my opinion, one hard thing about FPV is just get into the hobby with equipment that can grow with you for a while and give you a good experience.
For sure.
You can oftentimes not get that and have the word affordable attached to it. And I think we finally cracked that code.
Boom. And that will be our look at this. Look at the front. Can you lift this up? Look at this.
Well, not only did you crack the code for the expense, affordability, but also the weight. I mean,
It's crazy.
That's nuts.
Look at that.
So there's this thing, when we call something a nano, like the Nano Goblin from Ready Made RC, which we just love. A lot of planes out there with the word nano means sub 250 gram. Why is that an important thing? It's because any model aircraft under 250 gram or drone for that matter, or multi-rotor is not regulated by laws that affect anything above 250
Correct.
grams. And so what was important to us is to have a model for the hobbyists that would be a really amazing experience, but still be under that 250 gram. So that way they can enjoy the hobby with no regulation.
Right.
And this does it. And it's not even like we skimped down on it. It's 220 grams, motor, battery, everything. And it's with a 3-cell 850 milliamp battery, which if you're just cruising, that's like 10 minutes of flight time.
Which is phenomenal.
Yeah. So
I was talking to Dave the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, like if anything longer than 10 minutes of flight time, I gotta find another airplane to fly because
getting a little bored.
it's just like I don't know what else to do."
Yeah. I saw someone. What size prop should I use for the F-Pack?
Jack's Cole
For sale. On sale.
I think he meant for sell. He probably does what my boss does, and
voice to text.
does the voice to text.
Well, Jax, that makes us friends.
Yeah.
The on the F-Pack, 645, 6.3 works great. In the stock F-Pack, we give you a 6.3. You can run 4-cell on those, but you want to go down an inch, so go to 5-inch. So 545, 2-blade, 545, even 3-blade would work. Just be easy on the throttle. And then the 6 inches is really where we live around.
Boom.
Yep.
There you go.
Hey, and by the
That
way,
is-
if you're putting on a Mighty Mini, a couple people have noticed this. Our Mighty Minis, especially with the motors in the front, the tractor versions have thrust angle in them to the right. You do not want to run a clockwise prop. And I saw this on a tech support ticket where
Mhm.
they just bought a bunch of props cheap, but it was clockwise. Well, what happens is when you have right thrust plus a clockwise prop, you have an uncontrollable plane.
Mm.
And you'll be like, why is this plane always just like spiraling into the ground? Well, that's why. So
Boom.
there's your little thing there.
That's how we roll. Good. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Because like people don't like the prop is the last thing you put on,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and it's just like, oh, I just have to put this on so that I can gain thrust and fly.
Right.
But that could be your biggest issue, right?
Well,
Which is awesome.
Oh, here's a great question.
How,
Read it out loud.
how noob friendly is the Nano Flurkin?
Carl Lasang.
Well, I think the Nano Flurkin is easier to fly than it is to build, in my opinion. Would you agree with that?
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
I would agree with this.
I don't know.
I haven't built it, but I know,
I haven't built nor flown
but
one.
I know I've flown it, and it's definitely fun.
So
and easy
if
to
you
fly.
are
Yeah.
a brand new pilot, I would say don't buy the Nano Flurkin unless you're going to put an FT or a 5 board in it. And let me show you what that looks like. And we did design this for that.
Oh, I did fly it. I flew it right into a girder.
You did. That was indoors though.
Yeah.
Wait. First, listen to the click.
Oh,
Isn't that
wow,
satisfying?
that is
And by the way, a little hidden story is this is really tight. Hold on, let me take this off. It's a different hatch.
it's such a good hatch. It doesn't
I
let
don't
you
want to
take
rip
it
it
off.
apart. There it is.
There it is.
Okay. I didn't push down the button hard enough. There we go. So if you see here, you have the FT Aura 5. There is so much room for fun.
oh
So,
yeah.
so much room for activity.
Yes. Now, if you're going to be flying it, what I prefer is the 8 cell or 853 cell. That goes down in the bottom right here. And then basically you just plug it in and you have all this nose space. If you're going to do an 800 milliamp or 852 cell, that goes as far forward as you can make it. And the balance points are just basically right in the middle of the 2 wing gussets there. And for the camera, a lot of people were saying, hey, why don't you put it on the inside? You could, but then what you'd have is this little antenna would always just be bent back, and that's not going to give you good reception.
Mhm.
Plus, it gets warm. It gets really warm. The VTX and the camera are on there. They've made this amazing little 3D printed mount, and what I love about it is it turns. And
Yes.
I put that on the top, and when I want to take off the camera, I just pop the O-ring, and then the whole thing just folds down flat as a pancake.
That's pretty
You
sweet.
don't have to take it off, and then we just plug it into the Aura board and then slide the nose on and call it a day. So I love this little guy. I was flying it with the 850 last night, and it is amazing.
It's amazing.
And if you take the this is definitely so how noob friendly is it? If you fly it with the Aura, just like any other experience,
Yeah.
Arrow, any other flying wing, you'll be fine.
Yep.
If you're flying it without the Aura, I would definitely say you want to be in the intermediate range because
Yeah.
the Aura does give you a level of stability because this is a very maneuverable little guy if you have too
Mhm.
much throw. And with the level assist, you can just toss the thing and
Yeah.
and let it go. We were tossing it without touching the controls in the video. It was so much fun.
Super stable. Yeah.
Just chuck it. So
It's phenomenal.
I would dare say I think it's more stable than the Nano Goblin. And if anyone knows how much I love the Nano Goblin, that's
Mhm.
giving it a compliment.
Yeah. Nano Goblin was awesome.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. So anyway, but that's the answer. Intermediate without the Aura. If you're a beginner, practice your bevel cuts because you'll use a lot of them. And then just build along with me in the build video and you'll be just fine.
Yep.
Speaking of build along,
Yeah.
I want to try just a live casual build along of the Nano Flurkin just
Okay.
on TikTok or something. Just
Yeah,
Try
we can definitely do that.
yeah.
That'd be a thing.
Yeah. Not necessarily a guided build, although this would be a really fun guided build, but
How
Maybe.
long do you think it'd take you?
hour and a half.
Okay.
I think 45 minutes for the
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I was going to give you less. I was going to say like hour.
I mean,
15.
you could build it in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It goes together really quick. I'm just
Yep.
trying to think like I get optimistic.
Yeah. With everything
and-
else. Yeah. Right.
Right.
Get optimistic.
So, hey, friends, let us know if you'd like to see a live build. Let us know whether you'd like to see the Nano Flurkin or the FT Tenet.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I think that or
both.
yeah, both. The only thing is like so the live build. If we do it after the plans are available with the FTCA,
Mhm.
if they don't buy a kit,
I like that.
then they do it that way. But the
Mm.
Tenet is not. I mean, the Tenet has
The Tenet is a Tenet.
Yeah, it has EPS, so it's not. They're not able to cut that up themselves.
You know, I think it would be kind of cool if we did the Tenet first because spring's coming.
Yeah.
And it's just such a great trainer.
Mm-hmm.
We could do the Tenet first, but also focus that on if there's any educators out there, any homeschoolers, we could focus on, hey, this would be the time to come and participate or just watch.
Right.
Answer questions. We can do some, reconfigurations. We can build a gull wing, something like that.
Oh, that
And
gull
then-
wing's fun.
It is so much fun.
That gull wing's legit.
Yes,
And the canard was fun too.
Great,
Did you think the canard version would fly?
I did not.
I was skeptic,
No.
Yeah.
but Bert Rattan knows what he's doing, so I
He
guess.
does. He does. We made the 10 in a canard, which means the tail's in the front, and it soared really good. So.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Fred Schmidt, do you have a starter FPV bundle? I don't know where to start.
Oh, perfect, brother. How long until we get these guys in?
Well,
We just unpacked.
It's a loaded question.
That's a loaded question.
you guys will find out on the on a video here in the near future. But if we go with the current setup, my friend said he could get them shipped out like late next week.
Okay.
So
Is that by air or by?
yeah, those are going to be by air.
All right.
So they would be something we'd get them in March, without a doubt. So
Perfect.
that'd be ideal. If we don't go with the current setup, then it'll be much longer. But we'll
All
figure
right.
that out.
Tell the backstory about the current setup.
So so if you take these goggles right here, awesome goggle. We've tested them for 3 or 4 weeks now. They've performed really well. They're true diversity. We just opened them up
We
and
took it
unpacked
apart,
them, and there's 2 receivers in there. They've got all the things. The problem is, and that's not a huge problem. It's just a little tiny problem. Is the search button says Sriracha. Okay, SER and so it's not spelled correctly.
SERA capital CH.
Yes, capital CH.
Yeah.
So it's just a little wonky, right? Doesn't affect any performance, so like that's okay. So if we're just deciding that and finalizing that, if we're okay with that, maybe make a custom decal sheet that goes on top.
We told them, it's like, guys, the search button or the search is spelled wrong, and then also where the SD card goes in is the indicators backwards.
It's flipped upside down,
So,
correct?
If anyone obviously knows the issues with sourcing right now and getting these things
Mm-hmm.
manufactured, that puts it back months, and then they got to make 1,000.
Yeah, instead because we're going to order a certain amount. Well, that order is not enough to supply what they were going to order from the factory. So it's like 1,000. So we'd have to get that. We'd have to get that shipped there, then get made, then get sent to us. So yeah. So if we want to get them sooner rather than later, we got to have the Sriracha.
The Sriracha. So, but I think a decal right over the top would be really cool, because then we could brand it a little bit. And as far as I know, I don't think that's even available. We'll be the first ones to carry this one in the US. Is that right?
So that's a good question. There might be a couple other retailers, but there aren't a ton by any means. Yeah. So, it's just a quality budget goggle with diversity, with DVR as well. Yeah. So it's quality.
Let's answer his question.
Okay, so long story short, yes, we have a starter bundle kit. It will be coming in. We have the Caddx ant right now. We partnered with Caddx. We made an all-in-one ant. This has smart audio, has a really great little whippy antenna that's really strong, 1,200 TV line camera. And then the power goes from, I think, 25 to 200. And that's incredible for this little guy. By the way, if you bump up the power, comes stock 25, make sure you put it in a well-ventilated area, because it'll get really warm.
It'll get hot.
And don't hot glue it to your plane and then expect it to stay hot glued to your plane, because guess what? It melts hot glue.
Yeah, right. Get one of these little mounts, make a mount or something.
But if anyone's familiar with Tiny Whoop, there is a phenomenal little camera called the
Pinch camera.
The Pinch camera. This has a very similar experience, and vibrant colors, beautiful clarity. 1,200 TV line is just ridiculous. Yeah. And the low light ability is incredible. So this guy is already in our store. I would say partner this with this guy. You can go from quads, you can go from planes, you can go from pretty much anything you want, and have a great experience.
And then on top of that, here in the somewhat near future, probably around the similar time frame, we'll be coming out with a STEM Whoop starter package, if you want to call it that, and it will be a great beginner FPV bundle setup. It's got goggles, it's got transmitters, it's got all this stuff, sub $200. So there's a lot of FPV fun stuff coming, which we're really excited about.
Well, and that's what we want people not to be barred from having the fun and having the good experience. And also, your signal is safety. So if you don't have a good signal and it's kind of sketchy, that's kind of compromising the experience.
Right.
Is it going to be like DJI goggles with HD low resolution? No. But will it be a beautiful experience with very good performance? Yes. This is like SD standard definition. The DJI goggles, that are 780, 799, something like that. That's an HD experience. But still, I was punching all the way out to the road, and I think that's over 1,200 feet from where the HQ is, and going in between trees, and it was a really hard. Now you've been flying the Gremlins lately.
I have,
and you took it out there.
Oh yeah, I take it out there, nice and long and far and high.
Yeah.
obviously, because my perception isn't the best yet. So, and I figure the higher up, I have more chance to recover.
Yeah, well, and that's a great point. Getting down low to the ground, it opens up issues to possibly cause crashes and interference. Distance is not a bad thing when you have altitude and clear space. So if you're behind a bunch of trees and low and close to you, you're gonna have a worse experience than if you're up above the trees and a little bit further away. Look at you go!
Yeah, I had to put that out there for people to see it.
So how many is at least 4 to 4 for naming things?
Yeah, I think so. The Tudor, Flurkin, Nano Flurkin, I guess if you want to call it that.
Yep.
And then
wait.
Tenant. The way you forgot
he's
the
5.
tenant.
Oh, 5. So
Five.
Tenant, and then
I am the
drum roll, please.
official. I am the official name.
Namer of all things school.
This is the Guardian.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the Guardian.
The Guardian.
We're bringing Gremlins back.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting that.
I got you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
This
this
is-
thing's sick.
This is exciting, guys. We haven't gotten to play with Gremlins in a long time, and I think we're really coming back to our roots with new frames now.
Yeah, I mean, not only were you coming back to new frames and everything, I think that, and we don't have this nailed down yet, so we're not going to throw any specific number out, but we're going to come back to really good price points for the Gremlin. It's going to be one of those that if you want to get into quads, FPV, this is going to be. I mean, it's going to be
Great
The
setup.
solution.
Great setup.
And also, if you're learning
Yes.
DIY, so you want to build it and stuff, it's a great experience.
Mhm.
A lot of times people think, okay, in order to get in this, I need to get a 5-inch race quad that goes super fast. The vision of the Gremlins was simple. It's about the fun. It should be a fun experience when you're building it. It should be a fun experience when you're flying it. And when you're flying it, it shouldn't be a short experience. It should be something that you can enjoy for a while. And when you power, these are little 1104 motors on a 2-cell battery. And we were getting upwards of 6-7 minutes of flight time, which is just crazy in the quad world. Typically, like with tiny whoops, little race quads and stuff, 3.5 minutes is kind of the experience you get. But this little guy, it goes for quite a while. And we designed this specifically for a STEM curriculum that we're going to be doing with is it a university?
Yeah, with the university, we're partnering with Google Wing to provide
There you go.
a STEM camp experience with curriculum and DIY experience. And this Guardian is going to be the platform that they start with. So you're going to be going in through different scenarios. This one's going to be a solderless solution for them. But then you also have the opportunity to go through some beta flight and kind of go through that. The teacher's going to go through a professional development scenario. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. And this so far the Guardian has really made it an unbelievable experience.
It was fun.
It's super
inside,
cool.
Inside as well, not just outside. We
Yeah,
were buzzing around inside the shop. I mean, you don't want to go too fast with it, but it still has capability.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Seeing you fly it as a newbie, and then seeing Noah just ripping through the place, and then putting it in Wesley's hands, and he flipping it.
Yeah.
Is it a 5-inch quad? No, absolutely not. It'll never be a 5-inch quad, but it's incredibly capable. And I'm sure we have a lot of community members that know and have built Gremlins and stuff. I think it totally stays within the vision of the original Gremlin.
Yeah.
Where we kind of left our bubble and our vision was we started making them for faster, higher performance. Well, then that pushes the price point up to where, it's just not fun. It's more stress than it is. And I'm excited to come back into, this world with it, and especially with STEM.
Yeah, and Spawns has a good question here. Are the Guardian Gremlins going to be available fully assembled as a kit or both? So I'll have to leave that one open-ended, Spawns, because we're working on some partnership opportunities with some different people. So can't respond to that fully yet. It's a possibility. So put a pin in it. Keep you posted. But we're excited about some new things coming up down the pipe here. So
It's going to be fun.
Yep.
Yeah, here's another good question here. Jason, what's up? What is FPV experience going to be like at Flight Fest 2022?
I'm excited about this.
Yeah,
Are
so-
we not announcing this yet, or do we have to wait a week?
No, we can announce this part.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the FPV Freedom Coalition is going to be running our FPV experience at Flight Fest this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to have both ends of the runway is going to be, or the flight line is going to be FPV. One, and they're going to have different types of obstacles. I think they're even talking about doing a race course and all this stuff. But they're also going to be giving instructions and giving ride-alongs, help. And so if you're one of those guys like I was for years that has a brand new quad or something like that, but you don't know how to get it up in the air, bring your box of parts, and we're going to have some designated areas in which you can get that together and get it flying and just have an awesome time.
And it's just what it says, FPV experience. And I love that. People, when they come to Flight Fest, they don't need to come in with knowledge beforehand. I know how to fly, I know how to build. They just have to come. And we really, with the whole building airplanes and flying airplanes, we got that locked down pretty good.
Yep.
Really excited with Dave and his team coming in, because there's so much beauty and wonder in, flying fixed wing FPV, flying race quad FPV, flying freestyle FPV, flying, proximity. And there's just different aspects.
Right.
And people will be able to experience those aspects, learn about them, and then say, yeah, this is what I want to do. And I think that's really what, Flight Fest should be.
Jason just asked, is it just going to be quad? No, it's going to be fixed wing, and you'll see the Nano Flurkin in there as well. The idea behind the whole thing, and having these designated areas and having someone watch over those areas or coordinate, is because there's only so many FPV channels that we can use. Right. So they'll be monitoring those and having a lot of times. That way people can enjoy the experience instead of everybody just like walking on, all over everybody.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing to keep in mind is that like Flight Fest is a place that is insane. It's crazy. People are flying everything and anything under the sun. Right. So keeping that organization and allowing obviously the FPVFC to come in and really.
Hey, there's Alex from the FPVFC.
Hey, Alex.
Hello. Yes, FPV Wings will be there too. All of that stuff, keeping all of that where, they're running that, they're honing in on that. They're experts in that field. We're doing all this other stuff to keep things organized. The FTC is about partnerships, right? The FTCA is about partnerships, and so is Flight Fest. I mean, Flight Fest would not be what it is today without the wonderful volunteers.
Look
the
at
vendors,
Jason just said here too.
All that stuff. So
love it. He says, I'll step up and volunteer for that area.
Love
if you
it.
need me. Hey,
thanks, Jason.
Eddie, if you're listening, make sure you.
That's right, Jason. No take backs.
Yep, no take backs. It's official now. So Alex, you're also here. You're going to be able to say, hold Jason's feet to the fire now.
And hats off to FPVFC. We've been working with them for a while, and it is the spirit of FTCA is to collaborate with other entities to make sure that every aspect of the hobby is celebrated and used to build relationships and impact people in this positive way. And, what I love is especially during the spring here, you come out and we're flying a Tudor or we're flying a Cub or we're flying a Scout, and it's like, oh, that's cool, but it's just not my jam. The more stuff you can pull out and introduce to someone, and gives them more of an opportunity to engage them, to become friends, to love on them, to connect with them. Yeah, and I love that.
I'll take a quick. Well, first off, Jesse Perkins says I wouldn't miss it. Thanks, Jess. Definitely, we can't wait to see you. Not only in June, but also he'll be here probably in April sometime to have a little fun fly. So on top of that, I think of Matt Nowakowski, actually. Yeah. Most of you know who Matt is. He's worked here in the past. And, he started in FPV wings. He started in the fixed wing area, and then he got moved into quads after that. And so a lot of people, I think, sometimes think that there's some type of divide between the fixed wing world and the quad world. Definitely there is like one experience or the other is not like, it's not a problem to have one or the other, but both lend themselves to be able to sit in the same arena. Yeah. And it gives you the full gambit of the entire experience for like this hobby. Yeah. And so if you're an FPV guy and you've never done fixed wing, we implore you to try that. And same and vice versa. If you're a fixed wing guy, you've never tried FPV, please go check it out, because it's a lot of fun as well, especially with these little guys. It's all about the fun. So you won't be sorry you did it.
My opinion is Whoops, then Gremlins, then you can go to the 5-inch, and you may find that you just live in the Whoops and the Gremlin range, right? And enjoy that. But it really does. That's for the drones. And then this, by the way, we're calling this Year of the Flurkin, and guess what? The Flurkins take FPV equipment.
Oh yeah.
And everything else you can fit in that crazy cavity.
That's right.
Speaking of Flurkins and FPV, come Flight Fest, there's going to be another Flurkin that's going to be birthed.
Yeah, so
Birthed.
we affectionately call it in-house the Flurkin 5. And you
Yes.
guys may be sick of me and sick of Flurkins by the end of the year, but that's okay. We'll get over it.
And also might
together.
be 6 or 7 by the end of the year. No one ever knows.
Yeah, the 5. Actually, it's 5+1 last time I checked.
I think
Oh yeah, because the easy Flurkin.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5.5.
5.5.
5.5. That's what we'll call it. So
Yes.
so by Flight Fest, there'll be one more version of the Flurkin coming out, and that's going to be the race Flurkin.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people, when the original Flurkin, which is over my shoulder right there, came out, everyone's like, I'm going to make it go 100 miles an hour. I want to make it do this. You no doubt you can, but the spar is not built that way. It's not optimized. It's a little bit draggier than it could be.
You could put an EDF in it and just drive it into the ground a few times.
The reaction video was really funny. With
I
that.
know.
But
Love you, Ben.
Here's what I love is, I mean, people immediately did the flight test thing. They took it, they modified it, they shared their experience. So hats off to all you guys because it taught us a lot. But the original Flurkin is just plain awesome. It does everything really, really well. The Nano Flurkin is great, but I would say you could put an Instago on it. The footage you'll see in this week's episode is insanely good. Like you will not believe it's from a sub 250 gram, and the Instagos just do a great job of stabilization.
Is that the one that you put into a tree or not?
Yeah, full speed into the tree.
Is that in the video?
Yes, it is. I ramshackled a tree.
And he was worried about me.
I know. I was keeping this from Leah. I was like, Leah, we'll let you play with it. I just got to get the content done. And I'm the one that literally just blew this thing apart. But we glued it back together in like 5 minutes. So, yeah. But anyway, the Nano is really for unregulated, fun flying. You know, it's just throw it in the back of your car. It's great. The original does everything really well. The Racer will be the one that I want to put a custom spar in it and make it for like our F or quad motors and see if we can get those up to 80 to 100 miles an hour to really have a good experience. So that will be what's going to launch right before Flight Fest and go into that.
It's going to be sweet.
Poor guys at FPVFC are not going to know what hit them. It's going to be a lot of...
So sorry.
Yeah. One thing we're also going to bring to Flight Fest this year will be our simulator.
Boom.
So that is an experience like nothing else. We have a Sea Duck right now for it, and flying that with controlling the stick, stabilized to the Aura 5. It's just awesome.
That's gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
And
I love flying that thing.
And there's going to be a 20-foot something or another in the skies there, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's going to be something there, whether it's a 20-foot B-17 or a giant Meglacy or whatever it might be.
I want to have the Meglacy and the B-17 there.
That'd be great.
And I think, Jason, I think is going to have his 20-foot or 18-foot C-47.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he had to rob his one plane, but he had that beautiful red plane that he built.
Oh yeah, the biplane.
Yeah, it's just fun to put those
sick.
planes out and just show them. With the evolution of flight test, yes, we're always going to be building bigger and bigger. We want to show evolution of if you're in the hobby and you're building, what do? You're going to be trying different experiences. You're going to build different planes. You're going to use different materials. We want to work through those materials and show how it is. And of course, we're going to go big. But it doesn't mean that you can't have an amazing experience building small.
Yeah.
And we're trying to cover both those bases in our content and communicate that well. I hope we are.
Yeah, no, and I think we are, and I think that people really enjoyed it. The other question, I think, and I'll ask this for Trevor. I think Trevor's been asking for like a 15 or 16-foot Flurkin, so I'm not sure.
Not by Flight Fest.
Yeah. Lee put his foot down. He says, "I got some projects.
Too much other things
There's
going
too
on.
many other things going on, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trevor,
But
not by Flight Fest.
It won't
buddy.
be a 50. Yeah, we'll. I think if we did, what we'll do? We'll go big when we do the twin boom, the boom and Flurkin.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That was perfect.
And we can do that for that should be ready for
Wings at Work.
Wings at Work, yeah. Labor Day.
Give people a breakdown of all the different events again. I know we talk about it every week, but I think it's worth it.
So coming up in April, the end of April, we've got our open house. That's it's the last weekend in April. That's going to be the kickoff to the flying season here, where we call it an open house because we're going to invite people if they want to bring their junk to come sell.
Yes,
their flea market type atmosphere. There will be, I'm sure, some vendors here, but we will have our Bixler's Basement. If you guys haven't seen that on the store, make sure you check that out. But Bixler's Basement in live
That's exactly
form.
what you think it is.
Yep, it's a scary place. There's some pretty good deals in there. So we'll have that at the end of April. Then at the end of May, Memorial Day, we're going to have Wings Over Edgewater, which is just commemorating the fallen soldiers, airmen, service members of the past. So there's going to be a big C-47 parade going on.
Yep, the B-17 is going to be, that'll hopefully be the weekend that we do our final episode with the B-17 where we have the laser tag.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We're working to get that all, and it won't be the first time the B-17 flies. That'll be a couple weeks earlier because safety. But that will be the week when we do the laser tag and the smoke systems and all the cool stuff. So that would be one to come down to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if I shared this with you, but there may be the opportunity to also bring some military vehicles in too.
Well, I was going to ask you that.
No,
I'm going to ask him to see that massive beast one Friday before Flight Fest. No, not late. Thanks, Adam. All right, so that was just Adam's awesome comment here. The military vehicles, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah,
and we need to. That would be awesome if we can get them.
Yeah.
Get them down here. So I wanted to say something to old Rara.
I know Rara.
SVT. He gave us an awesome idea a few weeks ago
with the Flurkin, right?
The Flurkin dropping the Tesseract, so that's going to come into fruition out of the big Flurkin.
The big one,
But in just as a thank you for giving an awesome idea, we sent him a care package, and I explained to him beforehand, like, because we always have. If you walk around the shop, there are so many just different pieces and parts of planes everywhere that it's a travesty to throw them away. So I just put a bunch of pieces in a box and sent it to him. And he was able to. Hopefully, he's going to be able to make a tenet or two out of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, his son is really stoked about it. So
that makes me so happy.
Oh yeah,
there was a nice older gentleman that came in today that built the tenet as well too. He was picking up a battery.
Oh yeah,
and he was all stoked about that.
Nice.
You guys always just blow me away. Did you finally get that link I sent you with the tenet that was up in the Navy scheme?
Oh yeah,
gorgeous.
Almost looked like the Trojan.
Yeah. Oh my golly. We move through things fast. And my weakness is I don't make it polish. I think it's pretty real what we show. It's like, oh, that's cute. Paint job's okay. What people do to the schemes is awesome. And this gentleman took a tenet that he configured like the Explorer and then put a scheme on it that was just gorgeous. And we got to find a way to like easily categorize that so people can see what the community builds because wow.
I mean, it's hard with social media nowadays. Not that it's hard to put stuff up. It's just there's so much social media where people are posting things. Yeah. Like if you're not on the thread on the the Facebook fans or the Flight Test fans, then you won't see that. Or if you're not on the forum page, you won't see. I mean, there's a lot of things that get posted a lot of places. Right. So I think that is definitely
it's a challenge.
It is a challenge.
Hey, Jen did ask a question. We were talking about events. I wonder if that's Jen Stouffer.
Is it that one right there?
Yeah. Google Calendar.
Yeah, the calendar events. We were just talking about events and everything. So we put all of our events that two different places now that our events are going to be. The one is still in the works. That is the FTCA portal. It's at the bottom. You'll see the events. Right now, the only Flight Fest is in there. That's just because we're working through that. But the other place in which you can find events is on the Edgewater Air Park page. We only got through the second event there at the end of.
I'm sorry. Before I derailed you.
No, you're fine. Wings at Work. That's at the Memorial Day weekend. So that'll be that'd be fun. That's gonna be an old World War II style.
I love it.
Flying warbirds and whatever. It is a long weekend. Then the next one after that. So 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks after that is going to be Flight Fest. And Flight Fest is not here at Edgewater, but Flight Fest is just down the road at Fury Field, about 10 minutes or so from here. And that's the 23rd through the 26th of June. And then we have a little break there in July and August. We're working on something possibly with Oshkosh. Still haven't got that all figured out yet. So we might be going to Oshkosh. We don't know yet.
Yeah, might be going, maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah. So then after that, we're going on vacation in August. So need a little break.
Yep.
Then we come back from that and we have Wings at Work, which is Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. And
that's a real fun one because it's getting towards the end of the season, and
it's like a very chill, fun, relaxed event. It's not high pace. It's like, hey, let's go do a limbo, and hey, let's go do bomb drops, and hey, let's go do this. But it's just a very chill event.
Yeah,
which is fun. I mean, chill is good. Use it on
Should they?
things in
Right.
life.
Well, I think that they're going to be a little bit more action packed this year. I think that Jason McQuiston is really taking.
I love him.
Oh, I know he's taking the bull by the horns, and he's putting a lot of effort, especially into Wings Over Edgewater,
Yeah.
obviously first, but then he'll be doing Wings at Work as well.
Mhm.
So he's doing a good job of trying to push those and coordinate events, and
Yeah.
he's like super excited,
Mhm.
like a kid. Every time I
Oh.
see him, I got an idea.
Yeah, he never turns off, but I don't ever want him to.
Right,
So,
right.
hey, Radical RC, can you highlight that one?
Radio?
Right
here.
Is it
Which
radio?
one?
Oh, Radial RC. Okay, yeah. Do you have to have insurance for the easy planes? The answer is no.
No.
Easy planes are sub 250 gram as well, which means actually you don't technically need to have insurance for any planes.
Correct.
That is not a legal requirement.
Right.
Now there may be like AMA clubs that require you to have insurance to fly at their club.
Or
but-
specific venues or whatever it might
or
be.
specific venues like the Kent State Fieldhouse we went to.
Right.
FTCA helped with that event,
Mhm.
but because it was AMA sanctioned, not AMA sanctioned, they had an agreement to have the event, but if they had to have AMA coverage or something,
Yeah, something of that nature.
and so therefore insurance was required.
Right.
For whatever plane that you fly,
yeah,
whether it's
but-
sub 250 or not.
But
Mhm.
some places simply just don't require you to have insurance. Like Edgewater here, you don't have to have insurance. You simply have to sign the waiver.
Mhm.
And the waiver system's been working really, really good for us. And by the way, for all our friends that have come out previous years to Edgewater, that goes year to year. So if you come out to Edgewater, I think I saw a couple people the other day rock crawling.
Mhm.
But when you come out this year for the first time, do us a favor, go on, sign your waiver, and you'll be good for the year again.
Yeah, edgewaterpark.com.
Yep.
Click on waiver.
Click
do
on the
your thing.
waiver. And to that note, when it says, do you have to have insurance for the easy planes? I'm guessing he's referencing the lightweightness of it.
Yep.
That is an FAA requirement. If above 250, you have to have A, B, and C, et cetera. Anything below 250 gram is non-regulated. It's not regulated. So you don't need any stuff beyond that.
Yeah, so certain requirements for things like you have to have a registration number
Mhm.
inside your model if it's above 250 grams, things like that.
Mhm. Right.
And,
And new
so-
things that are coming down the pipe
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah.
But 250 and below will not have to worry about that.
Yeah. And by the way, friends, tune in because in weeks to come here, we have a really exciting announcement. We're going to be bringing different people on the show
Yep.
and sharing some different knowledge from you. So make sure you tune in
It'll be sweet.
for that.
It's going to be sweet.
Oh yeah.
That's how we roll.
Perfect.
Man,
Have we covered through everything?
there's so much stuff going on. And then we've already touched base with a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Did we show that thing over there?
Which one?
That
Our
kit
little
there?
kit? Yeah, this is so the very first Nano Flurkin.
Yeah, it's the very first nanoflurkin that has
Is
come
this
up.
the very first
It
one?
is. I know where that means. I know where it's going now.
It's
Right?
going to my office.
So
Yep.
Lee's been finding the first one and scalping
First
that because it's
edition.
special.
Yep.
So you guys ready? Pow! Right there. There is the very first one. If you guys don't know, when Jason makes the first kit, what he does is he runs it, and then he calls me up, and then I run down and I grab it, and then we inspect it and make sure everything from the card placement to what's inside to the wood is everything good, and that is the final sign off. Which means now they are making them.
Hashtag manufacturing.
Yep. And
Let's go.
we got a lot of scratch build friends out here. Things have been resolved, I guess, in a wonderful way. I think the feedback has been amazing with the plans being featured on FTCA now.
Yep. And so the way in which we will do it, I don't know if, since let me put it this way. We were going to get the Nano Flurkin out in the end of February, and we were looking then to release the plans on the FTCA in April.
Mhm.
Being that we didn't get it out in February, it's going to be March. We may still hit April. It depends.
Okay.
So either April, May. I'd like to get it out in April if we can.
Yeah.
Um,
But the nice thing is now if we have a decent bank of some of our most popular plans, the original size Flurkin is
Oh,
available
yeah.
as a plans download. The Tutor's available as a plans download.
we get
We
the
have the Waco
Mhm.
and what else?
Legacy V2.
Legacy V2. Is that
Well,
all of them, I think, for now?
it seems like there's another one.
I think we're missing one.
I don't know.
Okay, but anyway,
It's out
we're
there.
getting a good arsenal, and as
Oh, yeah.
more of these planes come out, that'll build that up more and more and more, which is really cool.
Johnny Rusher? Is it, how do you spell? How do you pronounce it?
It doesn't matter. He's from Michigan, so you can
Hi,
just
John.
call him. Ugh.
How do you
Yes.
know he's from Michigan?
Is
for?
FT
I've
going?
been talking to
Oh,
him.
have you been?
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone the other
Pretty
day.
much. It's pretty much a weekly thing that he says.
Yeah.
Yeah, John's everywhere
Yeah.
doing things.
OH.
IO.
Yeah.
Is FT
So-
going to kit the Simple Scout
Yes.
XL? I won 3.
Yes, it will be kitted.
That's awesome. That's
So-
awesome. And then I think Chuck Horvath asked, when can you buy it?
Hey,
I think to the actual Nano Flare.
Nano
Oh
Flare?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Chuck. That's Chuck's a guy, another guy I've been talking to. He's a friend of our boss. Well, our big boss.
Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
This is Kevin's friend.
Hi, Chuck.
What's up, Chuck?
So
Where's
I've
he
been
at?
talking to Chuck. I tried to get Chuck to come up here to Edgewater to be one of the beta testers, but I guess he lives a little bit far
does he?
away.
Well, the weather hasn't been really good, so I'm kind of happy that
No,
hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, but tomorrow is going to be up on the store.
Yeah, and Chuck, spring is coming, so you better come down and fly with us.
Yes, bro.
come fly with
Yeah,
me.
not that we're gonna hunt you down. That sounded kind of like a threat.
Yeah, I guess he plays the banjo, from what I understand.
Does he?
Yeah,
Oh.
bring your banjo.
Bring that out. We'll
Yeah.
have a fire.
So,
Yeah.
speaking of fires and banjos,
Mm-hmm.
Family Friday Fly Days. You remember those?
Friday,
Yes.
Friday, flame.
We got
yes.
coming.
They're coming. They're coming.
Right.
So yeah. And by the way, that will be where you want to check Edgewater Air Park calendar because that is somewhat organic. It won't be months ahead of time and stuff. But we're going to Thursday nights are the nights we train, but we're going to be picking Fridays. Not every Friday because that kind of killed our family life. What happened?
Chuck says, you going to burn it? No, we're not going to burn your banjo.
No,
He said,
we love
"Yippee."
banjos.
No, we want you to play your banjo beside the fire.
Chuck, I don't know if you know this, but my ginger-headed kid, Noah, who is Lee's son-in-law,
Yeah.
he loves the banjo.
Yep.
Can he play it good? Not really. But is that fair to say?
I love the banjo too.
Yeah.
Listen, that's
yeah.
great.
But he also has a canjo too. So
Oh,
and that
nice.
was given to him from a community member. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, but Friday nights and stuff, we try to focus around family, and we're going to do the best we can with trying to either get a movie in the stars, fire
Yeah.
pit, or maybe some banjo music. Chuck.
Yeah. He's saying that we'll probably burn his banjo. No, we
Because
won't.
because of it, the way he plays it. Is that what he's mentioning?
I don't know.
He's like, we need you to play it. Well, then, then
hey,
you're gonna burn it if you hear
every-
me how I play.
as long as you can do the scene from Deliverance, you're
Hey.
good.
You know, somewhere in scripture, I'm pretty sure it says make a joyful noise.
Make a joyful noise.
Yes, right.
Absolutely.
We'll do it. Do it. It's always a joyful
Yeah.
noise out here. It's a good time.
Oh, it's a
Can you
noise,
guys
all right.
make an FT?
Easy channel.
I think he's meaning like a whole channel.
You definitely
It would
with
be
all the
very-
cool content you could do with easy planes, you probably could.
Yeah, but I
when but would you? We will not.
Well, no, we won't. But I think that we can steer him towards the stem because stem is all easy.
Yeah, stem straight up the
Mhm.
alley right there.
And if you guys haven't noticed our new content format, it's been so much fun. We kind of pull back the veil on what's going on here. So you see a little bit of the business, product development, testing. You get to see obviously the big crazy over the top projects, but also things like quick tips and what you can do as well. So
Oh yeah. Oh,
when
yeah.
we're learning how to, use a hot wire, guess what? We're not going to be that good at it. And we're going to show you that we're not that good at it, but we're going to show you what we learned. And then you'll
Mhm.
see us get better and better and better. And now we're pretty darn good at hot wiring.
Yeah.
Same thing with every other skill. We're going to be fiberglassing soon. So with those easy planes, when I design like an easy Flirkin, you get to see that. And that's
Yes.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So Robert Lynch asks, "Hi guys, would you post overseas, England?" I'm guessing posting overseas. That meaning like distributing overseas. What?
I don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't-
exactly sure. Robert, let us know exactly what you mean there. If
Yeah.
you're talking about distribution and getting kits and those kinds of things to where you guys can have a flight test experience,
Mhm.
we are working on some partnership opportunities that we are hopefully going to be able to announce sooner rather than later. Moving forward and trying to make sure that we can get our kits worldwide to people that want them. They know that they can fly them and enjoy the build experience and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
we'll keep you posted.
Definitely. Lee, you want to answer that one?
Well, Chuck, here's the thing. I mean, indoors,
Use your words, Lee. Use your words.
indoors is a
It's
particular.
a touchy subject.
It's a particular beast in which you have to tame. No, so I just demolished the.
That's where we
indoors.
stress test the Nano Flare.
Yes, that was the V1 that we ended up needing, like V2, 3. So you can fly it in, but you have to be better than the average bear to fly it inside.
It takes it from you could fly it, but you can't even be intermediate. You need to be on an advanced level because it's not about flying it slow. It's about understanding where it is in the space and,
Right.
and managing your throttle and your height and stuff.
Yep.
Although even on a 2-cell, it doesn't seem like it's that fast. She cooks.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
when
for
you're
sure.
when you're 30 yards from a wall and then you see it and you look over and say hi, and then you look back at the Flurkin and
gone.
it's now 5 yards from the wall.
No, see that's a You weren't even there.
I'm just saying in general.
Oh, I never.
These planes can
I
get
never
away
took
from
my
you.
eye off that plane, and it still went into the wall.
So Lee hit the girder.
Yes,
And
and saved it.
Yeah, and saved it, and
And
then you
saved
hit
it.
the wall, right?
Yes, like right above our
That
wives.
was awesome.
It was a bit crazy. By the way.
Yes.
Also, so here you go. They answered our question. Post equals shipping. So yes, we do ship
Mhm.
all over the world, but it does get a little expensive. So we're trying
It's
to bring that back and
Working really hard.
working
on
really
that.
hard on that. Yes,
Good things coming, to say the least.
Oh yeah, for
and,
sure, for sure.
Oh, I have to put this here. Dustin's always got the answers.
No, just block him. Just block.
I love this.
More like the
No.
pilot is too slow for indoors. What a good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
comment.
I was reading Steven's comment. You'll have to highlight it, but he says
Okay.
he's no longer on the night shift. He's going to be coming out to Edgewater more often.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sweet.
In case you haven't noticed, friends, like there's a lot of people we know personally on this channel, and it's just incredible how big.
Speaking of personally,
Oh, there's my wife.
Hey,
That's my bride.
that's your
Yes.
I
bride.
love her.
he's
He loves her.
So if you
Love
guys
that.
don't know, my awesome bride, she is the head of manufacturing and
Mm.
fulfillment, and one reason why it's far more organized than anything up here at HQ. I need Lee for that. But she is just crushing it with Jason, Mitchell, Jason's dad Tom, because
Yeah.
Bill just retired.
Haley.
Haley, our daughter-in-law.
No, yeah, your daughter-in-law,
Yeah,
my
my
daughter.
daughter-in-law, your daughter.
Yeah.
It is a family affair, man.
Indeed, it is.
Yeah, you need to raise your boys up. We need some more workers around here. There's stuff.
Yeah.
Listen,
How old are they?
1, 3, and 5.
Okay, so let's see.
Next generation.
12 divided by 4,
future
carry the
of
1.
life. Yes.
13 and a half years.
So hey, there was a special moment this last weekend. We had a power up order, 7,000 airplanes.
7,100 almost to be exact.
7,100.
Yeah,
We cannot
just
forget
about
the
that.
100.
Yeah, your wife won't let you forget that either.
So 7,000 airplanes, and
Mm.
we needed to get those out in a timely manner. And it is not easy to make 7,000 airplanes.
Yes.
Our friend Jason and his dad Tom came in on Saturday. They didn't even ask. It's like, this needs to get done. They came in and worked from, I think it was 7 a.m. till 3, and just busted out so many kits. And then we came in on Sunday
After church, we came
after
in.
church came
Yeah.
in and did the same. But the fact that we have team members in our family here that are willing to do that, give up a Saturday saying, no, this needs to come out and this needs to happen, and you don't even need to communicate to them.
Mhm.
They just know it, they feel it, they do it. What a special thing.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah, it's
I feel
awesome.
bad because Jason's probably getting a little creeped out how much I gush over, but I told him, I said, getting 7,000 planes, it means a lot to me. But the fact that you're willing to do what you did to make that happen,
Yeah.
that is really special.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell everybody about that because I think it's a testimony to the team that we've been blessed with.
Yep.
And I just love you guys.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh,
big
yeah.
time. Love you, Jason.
Yeah. I don't know if he's
God.
listening or not, but I think Jen will amen that one too.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's just been awesome.
Oh, yeah, for
Golden.
sure.
And then on top of that, you know, the crazy stuff, we had some heat tunnel issues that we went through. We
The
had some
power outage.
electrical issues, a power outage.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, everything and anything you thought that could go wrong to stop this order from going out,
Yeah.
it happened.
yeah.
But credit to the team, man.
Oh, it was
Crushed it, and
And
they
They were beautiful too.
smashed. Yeah, it went
You
out
know,
really well.
The perfect thing about the power outage, because we went down there, we took the
Yeah,
the eco flows down there to see if they'd work. They didn't.
they would
because-
have if they had the right connector.
Yeah, we didn't have
Yeah.
the right connectors, but no lights on. I mean, obviously, you have the window light coming in. They were still working on airplanes in the
Yeah.
because they were taking
putting
the,
little wooden pieces and
Yeah.
putting it. Yeah,
When
It was
I don't know if
awesome.
Noah's editing the video for this week right now. I don't know if it's going to make it in, but it is. It's one thing that makes me love this format because you got to get a glimpse of what goes on, the antics and everything. But going down there, yeah, they didn't miss a beat, but they still had time to even have some fun.
yeah.
Oh, is that going in the video?
I think so.
Do you realize that they tried to scare the living daylights out of us when we went down
the
there?
prank war is on.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
You hear
Game
that,
on.
Jen? It's on.
Game on.
Donkey Kong, let's go.
You're going
So
down.
yeah, but you guys will definitely get to see some
Mm-hmm.
antics. Noah was editing with the.
Manufacturing team rocks.
Yes, I do.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, let me quiet my phone here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Noah was editing. We lost power, and so Noah grabbed an EcoFlow and plugged one into the server to get the server back up online.
Mhm.
And then he grabbed another EcoFlow, plugged it into his
Computer,
tower computer, And he just kept editing.
Yeah.
So we walk in and like the emergency lights are on, everything is dark, you know, and it's like, well, let's keep working.
Let's keep going.
So then we grabbed another EcoFlow and we're
Mhm.
running our hot glue guns and our hot wires and everything off of that. And it was just the funniest thing.
Yeah, listen, I gotta tell you what, I'm gonna gush over EcoFlow for a second here.
Yeah.
They've been a fantastic partner, and I tell you what, we would not have been able to get stuff done the other day
Right.
without our EcoFlows.
Oh yeah.
No.
When
we
we talk about power outages, like
Right.
that's a real thing here.
By the way, not a paid advertisement right now.
Right.
Correct. This is just like
It's not
living life with the EcoFlow units. It's just now they are a part of ours. And we have been very thankful for that partnership
Right.
in many ways,
We-
more ways than one.
We even pop popcorn with them.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, we did.
Oh, yeah.
It was all the above, dude. It's so cool.
Yeah, Jen says she's not scared.
I ain't scared.
You know what? As sweet as she is, she's quick.
She's witty.
She scares me.
Yeah, she'll get you.
between your wife and my wife
Oh,
put together.
trouble. And
Yeah, what do
that-
they call
little
themselves?
Jason
The Heckler
Heckler.
Squad or whatever?
The hecklers.
Yeah.
The hecklers, yeah.
Yeah. So my wife and Shannon don't fly. Although my wife used to fly a little bit, but
Mhm.
she likes to heckle more, and
Mhm.
she has a gift. And when
She is good at
Shannon and Jen get together to heckle us,
Mm.
it is
They feed off each other.
oh yeah,
Truth.
it's so much fun.
It works out well, and I get to watch it firsthand because usually they're not heckling me, they're heckling these two lads over here.
Yeah.
So it's been
Keeping
a
us
fun
humble.
time. Man, this has gone by. I just looked at the time. It's
Oh, yeah.
gone by like a
Yeah.
speed bullet.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. What's going on here? That's
Well, I think
awesome.
it's because we were pretty focused on what we were doing, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
we,
Like right here.
we
All this stuff.
stayed on topic. It didn't it was a bunch of cats running around. We were doing
It was
good.
good. It was good.
Doing a
so,
thing.
so recap here.
Mhm.
Tomorrow, Nino Flurkins, you can have one.
Yep.
Not have one.
Oh,
you
you
gotta
can
buy it.
Yeah, got to order it.
Yeah, you can have one.
It'll take
Sorry,
a couple of days to get
we
you.
need to feed our children.
Yes, please.
Next week, the goal for the Guardian is to have the Guardian available next week.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
So we're working
Beautiful.
really, really hard to get
Yeah.
that. And I think the frame, I'm done with the frame. I'm calling it.
Nice.
Oh,
Pencils
did
down.
Well, you got to throw.
Are you sure
You have
have
to
you
throw it
thrown
in
this
the air.
one?
Have you thrown it yet?
Have you
You have
thrown
to throw
it?
it in the air and let it fall.
Pencils
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Pencil
You get
down.
one more test.
One more test. Okay.
Yeah.
And then pencils down.
Okay.
Yes.
But
All
the
right.
goal is not this Friday, but next Friday. So that will be
A week from tomorrow.
a week
Mhm.
from tomorrow. Do the math, friends. I think
7
it's
days, 8 days.
the
11th.
11th.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So 11th will be the Guardian, and tentatively, and I cannot wait. And
Then we're gonna be having the whoop, and then we're gonna have the goggles, and then we're gonna have There's a lot of cool stuff coming.
Just keep your eyes peeled. Do not look away for a second.
Yeah, and if you need to, if you go to the store one day,
Yeah.
here's a good thing. Like today, on the store today, all of our color fab.
Oh my gosh, we didn't even talk
Filament.
about color. I
Yes,
got to get
yeah.
some filament. I'll be right back.
Yeah, all of our color fab filament is on the store today. So like you need to check the store every
Mhm.
day, go through. We're adding things to Bixler's basement, which is our clearance section,
Mhm.
but we were getting new products in like I don't think we ever have before. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been pretty cool.
It's been cool.
great.
And I like the 3D print stuff because even like this little camera mount, we're going to have that available on the store for sale, but
Mhm.
also
Yes. Yeah.
we'll have the files for it.
Nice.
And that's not something we're going to be putting on TCA. We're just going to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just gonna give STL.
And
files.
it's gonna be cool too. Is that like with 3D printing? You know, that's STEM based. That's that's just engineering based. So like
Yeah.
that just fits in the world. And so we have lightweight PLAs, different colors. We're
Yep.
gonna have the
Tough
Verisure, yes, the tough PLA, which is a little stronger, and for different uses on your airplanes. And then also the Verisure that we printed those giant wheels for the Mechlesi.
Yep.
That stuff is
It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
David is getting ready to work on, I believe, the 3D printed wheels for both Jason's airplane and for the B-17.
Yeah.
And I went when I was at Pilot Institute hangar where the Mechlesi is. I rolled it, and typically with any kind of squishy tire, you get flat spots. Which is part of the game,
Yeah.
you know. And then when it rolls a little bit, it goes out. No flat spot.
yeah. This
That's
stuff is crushing it.
awesome.
That
It's-
is a heavy airplane.
It's like
Yeah.
a real
Yeah.
wheel. It's
So-
awesome. I want to make it for my actual car.
Yeah. So hey, let's answer Spawns' question.
wrap
Wait,
it up?
what camera do you recommend for the Flurkin? The Ant all in one
Ant
on
all
our
in
on our store.
Yeah.
$34.99.
$34.99.
Now,
So-
if you're flying long range, though, like if you're flying the big Flurkin, not
Yeah.
the Nano Flurkin,
Mhm.
consider a like a quad setup, you know, with the mini Swift and stuff like that. A
Yeah.
little bit-
Do we have those minis? We have the
we do.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Runcam
we have
2
the
mini
bigger
Swift.
receiver though.
No, I don't
But
think so.
you want something that can punch, or do what we do and put the DJI unit in.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, you
Make
will
sure
not-
it's ventilated.
You will not regret it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
for the
cool.
big one.
Yeah.
So
So we'll end with this question from Sponge.
Boom. When is the next video dropping on the main channel? That'll be either sometime later tomorrow or on Saturday. So one of those 2 days we'll be dropping that, and then you'll be enjoying yourself some content.
Yes.
Like this guy.
Oh, what's happening?
Hey, can we get the intro for the video real quick that
Yeah.
we were supposed to get after lunch?
Oh my goodness! Did
I snuck in here and I didn't do the intro for my son.
Oh no!
Do,
Here,
do, do.
take it and just throw it at him. See if he'll fly.
No, I like this. This is my friend.
No, not the Guardian. I'm
No,
talking the
no,
Nano.
No, this is mine.
This guy.
I gotta damage it.
The
Oh.
ginger has spoken.
All right. We were
So that
organized
means-
up until this moment.
Yeah. So
That-
now
that's
that
his
means
fault.
that that's a hard out.
I'll be right out.
That's a
All right,
hard out.
that's a
That
hard out.
means,
Hey.
hey, we've been
Yeah.
here. We got to go. So
All right.
last bits of words of wisdom.
Yep. Give it.
Always listen to the ginger when he comes in and asks you a question.